live. We're live, Gresh.
Oh, you are? You don't look live to me. Okay, ready? Okay.
Hey, good guys. Grasshoppers, how is everybody doing?
Doing
Herb,
well.
Herb, you're
Yours
here.
are all lit up. Did you get into Larry's
Larry Melnick.
sweater collection? Is that what happened?
He's not the only one that can have things that are like.
We went. Yeah, we go shopping on Wednesdays too.
Yeah, we went shopping and we got the Larry Melnick.
Light up T-shirts and stuff.
Larry Melnick bow tie.
Herb.
Larry's high end. His are sweaters though. Like he goes. You guys just bought the T-shirt and the thing. Like Larry goes right to the sweaters. I heard.
Oh,
Wow.
What's he wearing today?
See, this is Dave. We can use it with a lot of different outfits. So that's the difference.
Because they're detachable, right?
Yep.
There you go.
You guys are beauties. Thanks for that.
Look at that. Look at that's nice. I like. Good job, Gresh.
Yeah, look at it. They blink. They stop. There you go. Automatic little ones.
Goes with my black T-shirt too.
Whose idea was that? Ronald's?
Yes, it was Ron's idea.
Yeah,
I'd
it's always Ron's idea.
Yeah, who else would it be? I'm too busy doing podcasts.
Well, for anybody that's Tommy Gresh, you have to explain for if anybody's just come in tuned into this. Is there?
Good point. So every we'll get to Mel obviously or Herb because we always have to get to Herb. It's the Herb show now. But every week, Herb goes to the store to buy some fancy clothes and some stinky perfume. He had a shirt on that had a glowing zipper.
Yeah.
I think it's the only one ever made in the history of mankind. So
I did a little. Hey, Tommy, I did a little research. The guy that sold him that sweater, got $100,000 bonus.
Oh, nice.
Selling it.
Got somebody to buy it. Here comes the guy to buy it.
The top salesman.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's good. That's good research, Dave. See, we're all doing research now.
Well, Larry sets the table now. I'm not coming unprepared anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Although we do have to recap last week. Herb was a little bit off last week. I felt like, I mentioned just a tiny comment. You got a little upset about it, but I really didn't think you had your best effort last week, Herb. Herb.
Yes.
There's enough of this.
Do you feel like you're ready for today, Mel?
I thought I was ready, yeah, but I don't want to come out of the chute getting abused.
Well, nobody's abusing you, Mel.
How do we abuse you?
Well, you just said I wasn't prepared.
Like I love you like a brother. So I feel like it's a little bit of tough love. If you're not ready, you're not ready.
Always ready. Sometimes the thoughts don't come from the brain to the mouth the right way, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Did you see on my cooking show on Sunday we had Herb Melnick? Was there for dinner? He had no shirt on too.
Yeah.
David, how you doing? Who are they playing tonight? The Rangers?
I got the Caps. 10 of their next 11 games are against the Caps, the Bruins, and Philly.
So the game against New Jersey's postponed.
Yeah. So they put 4 more guys. They've got 17 guys on that COVID list. New Jersey.
Wow.
17.
Wow.
So from last Thursday, Ron was 100% correct. Lafreniere scored a goal.
Yep.
I predicted the score 3-2. It's almost like we know what we're talking about.
Sorry, Herb, to interrupt you there, but is this accurate? Just saw Tony D to Calgary for #1 pick in 2020.
Yeah, I'd heard that earlier. Tried to lie a call into my younger brother. But I'd heard that earlier that's where he was headed. And that'd be a good spot for him.
Wow, first round pick they're going to get for him? Holy smokes, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, they healthy scratched that Bennett kid, so I thought that Bennett might be involved also. But no, he'll go there. They've got a more. You got Lucic there. You've got the defenseman Giordano.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more of a veteran presence there. That
and the Rangers keeping back some of the money. They're paying part of the salary.
I would think so. Because he's got 4.5 coming next year. Yeah. That's it. It was a really good contract from a Ranger standpoint, really. you're paying, but the term a lot of times as you would, for a player, the term is great. But not all those long-term contracts end up being, boy, we were glad we're paying this guy $7 million a year at whatever.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, unfortunately for him, he's going to really have to prove himself to get another long-term deal. I mean, prove himself off the ice, right? I mean,
yeah.
Yes, he's proven it. But.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with it wasn't this Ranger mix couldn't take it. It was somewhat toxic is what it was. And it was really not so much. He was pretty well liked by the players, but he got himself into trouble, trying to coach and maybe observing on who he should be playing with and where he should be playing and stuff like that. So good for him, though. He'll go and he's going to a pretty good team, and that's the way it works. Good.
Gresh, I posted a video of you. You weren't very nice to Lindy Ruff there.
What?
I posted a video. You were not very nice to Lindy Ruff in that scrap. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
Yes, you did. You're full of.
When did you post that? Today?
Yeah.
Well, I know on Facebook. I haven't on there. I haven't on there today, Tom. Very busy this morning. Very busy.
Oh yeah. What are you doing? Rearranging your freezer?
Sock drawer. But no, my daughter's over here. She's upstairs going to school right now.
Oh.
In whatever you call that, video school day. So.
Yeah,
we hung out last night. She's like 15 going on 40. Thinks she like bosses me around like it's like
good.
Like she's your wife?
Oh my God.
Can't divorce her though. Can't divorce her.
Well, really, that having had a daughter, I remember a guy told me he had 2 daughters and a son, a little bit older than my kids were. And it said girls are great until they turn 12 or 13. And then they turn into absolute werewolves until they're about 18, 19.
There are 2 of those, Dave.
Yeah, I love my daughter Brooke to death. She's great. Oh my God. How about you, Mel? You have a daughter, right?
23. Yeah.
Yeah.
She has the good days. She can be aggressive like me. She's got more of my personality than my son does. So
that's not nice to say about your daughter.
That's not
your daughter.
Well, once in a while, though. Jesus.
Well, how about Dougie Sullivan? Remember Dougie had 5 daughters.
Oh my God. Gillies had something like that. Other 4 or 5.
Who?
Clark Gillies.
Oh, yeah.
No wonder he was always mad on the ice. Jesus Christ.
Sully told me there was like all the noise in his house would like door slamming, like doors would slam all the time.
He had I heard Clarky one time had to build an extra bathroom on, so he had his own onto his house. I'm not sure if it's true, but that was the rumor going around because 5 women in your house. How do you get in the bathroom?
Oh man.
Clark Gillies and Bobby Bourne were good friends, and Bobby Bourne's son Justin, who works for TSN up here in Canada, married Clark Gillies' daughter.
Yeah.
So,
did you know? Hey, Mel, did you know the Beatles broke up too?
Maybe our viewers don't know that, Tom. Did the Beatles?
He was in defense of Larry. He was bringing it to the viewers.
Yeah,
like he's a little broader perspective, I think.
Tom,
right?
You went to Harvard, Tom. You know everything. But the viewers might not. Okay.
Harvard are the best.
Did you do your homework on? Did you have to research that, or is that something you just knew?
It just came to my mind just now. I'm trying to add to the show because you abused me at 11:01 this morning.
Mel, I gave you some helpful criticism. So what are you wearing today?
Today is nothing special. It's RW and Company. I think it's Coral or Rust or whatever. It's nothing special. But the big deal is the cologne is called Play by Givenchy. It's my favorite. So you might want to look it up.
Okay. Who's Givenchy?
Givenchy. Just, I don't know if it's a guy or whatever. I didn't do that. I don't know. I didn't investigate that, but
wow,
it's a nice cologne. But Wednesdays are I've changed my routine a bit. People are creatures of habit, right? So I think Wednesdays should be like clean up on aisle 4. Wednesday should be Manscaped Day. Get ready for the show, clean up, get some nice clothes, put some clothes on. but also from all your cast iron and all your cooking and all the crap every Sunday. Now I've gone from buying clothes. I bought the cast iron. What do you call it? Pot or pan?
Skillet.
Skillet. Thank you. Now I'm trying to keep Dave's wife in Amazon, keep her working. I've gone and bought red oven mitts, red heat resistant pads, red tongs, all the shit you use to cook with.
Yeah.
Why red?
Because red is a power color,
You
Tom.
should always buy a red.
Not black.
Always buy a red oven mitt. So if you burn yourself, you can't tell.
That's right.
I'll
So
tell
that's
you what,
what I've been doing all week.
that is good thinking, Gresh. That is excellent.
Yeah, it was always nice grabbing that skillet, cast iron skillet pan, the skillet the first time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, I guess I gotta have something on here.
Yeah,
It's hot. Yeah.
I cook that stuff. What's that stuff called, Tommy? That pasta you buy?
chickpea pasta.
Chickpea pasta. Now it happens to be it's my favorite.
Gresh, I don't want to. I know you might be upset with me, Gresh. I just made another batch of turkey black bean chili.
Well, let me go check the door, Tom, because I think you were going to drop off some lemon chicken last week on Sunday. Let me see if it's there.
Oh, that's right. I can't hate all that. I'll bring you over a batch of chili as soon as we're done the show.
Let
Dave,
me
you want some, or are you heading to the city?
get a pair of panties on first.
Yeah.
Um,
Sounds good though, Tom. Sounds good.
Mel, what? Yeah, it's actually the way we put in like some vegetables in it.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Tomato, crushed tomatoes. Ooh, good. And I don't make it too hot, right? Because I've got like sriracha you can put on the side and add sriracha to it, the sriracha sauce, and spice it up.
I made homemade chicken noodle soup the other night.
Did you?
It was
Ooh.
next time I make it, Tom. I'll make it. I just that was my first time making it, so I kind of like had to really figure out. You know, it took me like 2 hours to make it because I had to figure out what to put in it, what not to put in it.
Probably chicken and noodles, right?
Well, I put in carrots and celery and everything, onions and everything else, and I made it a little bit too spicy, you know. So like you're laying at nighttime and you look around and you think somebody's in the room, but it's just your heart knocking against the sheet.
Gotcha. No, you're not feeling well? You're sick or something? You're not sleeping well? Bad dreams?
I've been up since 3, just like you. But the market, like we talked before, I was talking with Dave before, the market is starting to scream here. So like some of the marijuana, there's rumors out of the States that Biden's going to approve marijuana federally. I think they got 4 or 5 states that have approved it already. So some of my stocks have really started to fly. So I've been busy. But no, I'm not sick.
Okay.
Not yet. No, everything's good.
Well, they might as well. Everybody's been smoking pot for the last 50, 60 years.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the difference now? Like, hold on a second. Oh, no, we won't legalize drugs.
No, there's a few guys. I can't remember his name. A guy out of New Jersey. He's growing his own marijuana. I don't remember what the hell his name is, but they swear by the.
He doesn't know either.
Growing up, but they used to give us what did we used to take for pain, like Sudafed or Advil or something.
Beer.
Well, beer and you or rye or whatever. But they swear by it. Some of these topicals and the edibles, and it's way better for your stomach than the pills that the doctors are prescribing. So,
Yeah, I think those edibles. I think don't want to mention any names, but I know some people that are taking them now that need them just because they can get their hunger back. You know, like, hey, listen to me. How do you know it's not good unless you try it, right? I mean, it's one of those. I mean, it's got to watch, I guess, what you do. But like, my kids don't have to do it; they can stay away from it.
Yeah.
I used the drops when I had my knee replaced.
Yeah,
to sleep at night. It was good. It was funny because I bought it at the pet store, right?
What?
Just walked in there and the guy says, yeah, like, it's great for joint relief and stuff. Yeah. So when I started lifting my leg by a hydrant, I thought maybe I better get off this stuff.
Instead of looking out the window and going, "Arr!"
But it helped me sleep. It was good.
it's a $1 trillion business, and it's only going to get bigger. So some of these companies like the big ones, Aurora, Canopy, and a couple others I can't remember off the top of my head, but they went down to nothing, and now they're all bouncing back 30-40% again. So,
Well, the thing is, it makes too much sense from a tax revenue thing too. I know there's a concern that it leads to other things, but you look at the state of Colorado, right? Colorado was wailing away. Now, that generation of kids are all moving there, and it's legal, and
that is the argument. That is the argument against it, right? They say it's a gateway drug.
Yeah,
but
gateway.
studies to prove that, though.
Yeah. I think I know my youngest guy, who's a lacrosse player. Not that he was, I don't believe he was heavily into it, but he would much rather have that most times than have a drink and worry about what was going to happen the next morning or stuff like that. So, and this generation, it's the athletes. The athletes are the guys that seemed to me anyway, but
yeah.
So.
I heard good news about Mark Pavlich. He's getting out too.
Yeah. I'll tell you so I went to Amsterdam. We went to Amsterdam 4 years ago during the All-Star break. So it's legal there, right? So I always thought, like, when I got older than I am now, I said, you know what? Maybe I'll start imbibing in pot, and won't be much the same head. You don't have to worry about the day after and stuff. So I've been thinking, okay, I'm going to go and give it a try in Amsterdam. So we go out to dinner, and after we go to the coffee shop in Amsterdam, you buy it, right? So there's different grades of it. So I'm with a group of younger, the people I'm with are probably in the 30s. They're all, kids and stuff, 35. So anyway, so I take a big old hit off of the thing just to see, okay, whatever. I'm telling you, this. So the kids ordered a bunch of food, and oops, I got to knock something over. The kids ordered a bunch of food and stuff. So I'm sitting there like this going, I don't think I can get my hands to the table. I had to go back to the hotel. I was like Jack Nicholson in Cuckoo's Nest. They cut up part of his brain. It took me about an hour to go 100 yards. I said, forget it. I'm not doing that stuff anymore.
So what did you eat, a cookie or a brownie, or what did you eat?
No, it was a smoked.
You smoked it?
Yeah. So I tell my kids this, right? I said, oh my God. I said, Dad, that stuff is so strong now. It's way stronger than you ever.
Yeah.
Did. Well, that ended my thought about when I get older. Like,
you're not going to get older, Dave.
Huh?
You're not going to get older.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's my story about smoking marijuana in Amsterdam.
Gresh burned one before the show. That is wrong. How did that get up there?
What's that?
I don't know how that got up there.
What's that?
This thing here just popped up on the screen. Gresh burned one before the show.
Yeah, I wish.
All right, Mel, let's get at it. What do you got for homework? What's going on? Tortoises. How many turtles are there? Did we find out who counted the turtles? The 6.5 million turtles?
I think it was a Chinese guy, but I can't confirm. He had lots of time on his hand. No,
Chinese guy.
I was watching the golf. The guys, the European golfers, are in Saudi Arabia, and I saw a sea turtle out there, and I said, Jesus, Gresh is probably going to want to know how fast that turtle swims and how far they swim. So I go on the internet, never lies. So I asked myself, how fast does this turtle swim? Well, they can breed and feed and swim up to 1,900 miles against the current at about 1.6 to 6.2 miles per hour.
Did you say they're breeding and feeding while they're going?
That's
really?
Right. Yeah.
So breeding on the move.
Yeah. So I'm assuming there's more to the
long way to go to breed. I'm telling you. Wow.
There's 6 million turtles now.
Can turtle? Let me ask you a question. What's the only animal that can't jump?
Turtle?
Oh,
How about it? That's a good question.
I don't know.
Mel, you got the answer to that?
one's an elephant.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess you can't jump. They can get up on their hind legs, right? Can
That'll take away from Mel's 1.6 miles an hour. Did they count that turtle in the 6.5 now?
Yes.
So Mel, so they're breeding while they're moving.
I don't know, Tom. I just made that shit up.
People count on you to be accurate.
No, I didn't make that up. But they go to as far as they have to go to feed and breed. So take it from there. I'll be more specific next year or next week.
How many miles? 1,800 miles?
1900
Wow.
to the exact mile.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder who measured that. Like the same guy that counted the turtle?
Same Chinese guy. Yeah.
He swam with him.
He jumped on his back, right?
Yeah,
Another cousin of Wang Chung.
Wang Chung tonight. That's good. Lakes.
So what kind of turtle are we going to talk about? We had a red leg turtle last week, didn't we?
That's it. That's all I got for turtles today.
You did not do any homework at all.
No.
Seriously, I thought after we had the talk last week that maybe you'd do better. Like it seems like you.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good for inquiring minds. That
You're making stuff up now. Like you're making things up.
It's a sea turtle. That's a different kind of turtle. I've gone.
You're saying that you really don't know whether it breeds on the move.
I'll find that out. Don't shut the show off until tomorrow again, okay? So I can make notes.
Okay. All right.
Now, how about those Canucks and not being able to beat Montreal? Like, holy crap. The worst goal against in the league. Tyler Toffoli, who wouldn't sign here, scores 8 out of his 9 goals in Vancouver. Like, unbelievable. Their defense just, they're saying this Quinn Hughes is so freaking good. Offensively, yeah, but he's on for almost every goal against. Like, their defense is just
Is he a little guy? Is he small?
He's like 150, 60 pounds.
Yeah.
But you can't catch him, so you can't hit him. But he's trying to force things a little bit, I think. They're all trying to force it. So
back in like 1978 or 79 or 80 or 81, they would have caught him in Philly or Boston. And Boston was a small building.
Yeah.
You turn around and go into the corner was already there. And then
Well, that's the thing too. Is like he's his second year now. Like the league sniffs guys out in a hurry, right?
oh yeah.
Well, the next question is how does he adapt? Well, if he's he'll be a different player in 2 years probably. Pretty good player, and then he'll figure out how to defend a little bit. Remember, that was like with Leachy, right? Or even Orr. They talked about he couldn't play defense. Well, those guys had the puck the whole time. Gresh, as long as he wanted to have it.
Yeah.
Hey, Gresh, so you were what? You just turned 20 when they called you up, right? Or you were turning 20, right?
Yeah, I was 19. I turned 20 in December.
Yeah, right. Thinking about that, there's a big difference between a year or two at that age.
Yeah,
he's just a little stronger, and
yeah. Well, all I know is Ken Dryden wasn't that good a goalie.
Yeah,
I scored my first goal on him.
All right.
Between the legs.
that was like we had him. He was in town because Cornell was playing at the Garden, and he started talking about the final series, like the series we played against him. Right. And I'm thinking like I scored a goal in game 1, shorthanded against him.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, that might be the highlight of one of the highlights of my whole career. And then he goes on about talking about just like it was the end of the world for him. Like he thought it was over the way he was playing that series. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Oh man. Maybe, yeah. See, Gresh, we both scored on him. You probably scored more on him.
I scored a goal that game 1 too.
Mm-hmm.
And you both scored in that game.
Yeah.
But he was an amazing goaltender. I mean, I got 1 goal against him, I think, in my career.
Yeah.
Mel, do you think there's ever a game where both you and I scored in the same game?
In your own net, maybe.
No, Mel.
I don't think so. No.
He's from Boston.
Oh, you two guys scoring you only got how many goals together?
37.
11 and 25, 36.
36. I mean,
36.
the chances aren't that good. Not to put down your goals. I think you guys were there for goal scoring, were you? You guys are both really good defensive defensemen. You had your offense there. Tommy, after the first year, goes, man, I can't score a 7 next year. They're going to want 8 the year after.
But we did see signs. We did see signs of Tommy when he dangled around the guy in Toronto before then he beat him up.
Before he his face.
Tommy, I don't know. They mustn't have encouraged you because that little, that feather threw him and then turned around and the snot out of the guy.
That was, yeah. That was, you think about that whole move, right? Like the stick handling around him like that, stop, come back and knock him out. And then,
yeah, the one hand push by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was like Tommy Laidlaw shift. Like they'll name next time a guy dangles somebody and then beats him up, it'll be the Laidlaw. We'll know it as like there's a Gordie Howe hat trick.
I like that.
Yeah. Like Tom Wilson tonight, he could do that.
Yeah.
He could dangle. And then
like the Larry Melnick fight is where someone just throws lefts all the time, just hammers
yeah.
I watched a bunch of Mel's fights. Oh my God, Mel. Thank God you were on our team.
Mel, have you been smoking pot or something like that? You seem like you're out of it.
I got lots on my mind, Tom.
I know. This is like a big hour. This is the biggest hour of your week.
I look forward to it.
That market, when the market moves, that's good for people that are in it, right? The volatility. Is a volatile day good for your business, Larry?
Well, you got to make hay when you can, right? So, like on some of these deals, I've been sitting on them for, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they finally double or triple. So you got to piece some of them out to get to cash a little bit, right? So, and we had a nice run when Colorado approved marijuana. Those marijuana stocks went from, 5 or 10 cents to $1, $2, $3. So you had a nice run there, and it's been 3 years since we've had this type of activity. So it's pretty exciting. Then you get a lot of calls, and you gotta sell some. It's like we talked about before the show. This Reddit and GameStop and what is it, AMC, and these things go from a guy promoting it out of his house, just like we're talking right now, kind of like a small boiler room with 1 million or 2 million followers that can move a market like that against the big boys on Wall Street. That's pretty impressive. The unfortunate part is the stock goes from $4 to $480. There's someone at the top that bought it, and now that didn't even look today because I got my own shit going on. But what's that? $90, $80? So someone's down 300 and whatever dollars, right? $400. Yeah. What was the question, Dave?
I don't know. I forgot. No. I was just saying. No, I the volatility and the same thing. It's not so much when you get in; it's when you get out.
Yeah, I bought a stock for a guy this morning, and I made him $1,000 in an hour. That type of thing. So volatility, you can day trade or you can go long on these things. And I'm my own worst enemy at times because I won't sell when it goes up.
Right.
People call me and says, "Where's this stock going to go?" I said, "You bought it at 20. It's trading at 50. What do you think you should do?" You might want to lighten up a little bit, right?
Right.
So you sell a little bit, you go longer or hold on to it and see where it's going to go. Like one of these deals, there's rumors and people start rumors. All of a sudden it branches like the coronavirus. It branches out to people. And then all of a sudden the thing is at 55 cents right now or 56 cents right now. Could go to $1 tomorrow.
Right.
So the guy that was buying that stock at 480 and it's down to 80, he is now at Dave's liquor store or buying shit right now.
That's right.
Yeah. What about these guys that are these big money guys that are shorting stocks and they're going out publicly bad mouthing the companies that they're? Isn't that part of the practice? Like they get out there and like on the CNBCs of the world and they say how bad the company is because they bet that the company's going to go down in value, right?
Well, Dave, they have to watch what they say, right? Because I think they have I have a fiduciary interest in my. Like I can't tell you that I have a client that's playing for the Rangers or Vancouver, or you got to watch it. So I'm sure that these guys, they all have lawyers that they have to curtail what they say. But who's that big bald-headed guy up on? You got Maria Bartoloma and that other guy that honks the horn. Who's that guy? What's that guy's name?
I mean,
Yeah, looks like you, Tom. Bald-headed guy. He might be
black T-shirt.
Yeah.
No, Tom's not bald. He hasn't quit growing.
Well, the thing is, a lot of times now that it's become, especially in the the penny stock world, it's become like a big casino, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so but that if and then it's like it's like. So the story that was out there about D'Angelo and Keandra Miller, right? About the fact Jim Kramer, that's it, Kramer, that was put out and then went viral, right? Where there wasn't an ounce truth to it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I have a Twitter account, we all do, and I'm not going to read it anymore. I'm not going to put it in because it's just. It's just a cesspool in a lot of places where somebody, and then everybody's an expert, right?
Yeah.
It's like everybody's an expert. Well, if everybody's an expert, then none of us are experts. So I don't know. It's difficult.
Is that about him? I read something about.
Well, the thing was that was out there, it had to do with Keandre scoring his first goal.
Yeah.
And I remember Tony went and got the puck.
Yeah.
And then I didn't read the thing because when they had the press conference, when John Davidson and Jeff Gorton had their to kind of, okay, this is the story and we're moving on. The first thing JD said was that this story got out there and it couldn't be as far from reality as anything. So it was also, and again, not having read it, I didn't read the tweet. So my impression was there was some racial issues because Tony was Tony, and obviously Keandre's an African American kid. And you get stuff like that, and you go like, "What are we doing?" So anyway,
my father once told me, he says, "Believe half of what you see and nothing what you read."
Well, I think it's a little bit like, for me, it's like, okay, what's the source? Like, okay, I read it on the internet.
Yeah, well, that's good to have it.
Well, okay. All right. So it must be true then.
Well, John Lennon's alive and so is Elvis. They're living, I think, in one of the apartments next to Tommy over here.
Yes, we had some chili last night.
Yeah.
Was that the chili?
Yeah.
Well, you were on your way to Gresh's with the chili.
Yeah. Well, no, that was with the lemon chicken. And he probably gave it to John Lennon and to Elvis.
Yeah.
How old would Elvis be?
They were smoking pot. They ate a whole bunch of brownies and everything.
John Lennon never smoked pot.
Yeah. Mel, let's get after things here. Let's pick this up. So what do we got going on? Sir James Patrick. What did we decide we're calling him? Sir James or St. James?
Sir James.
Sir James Patrick. What do we got on him this week?
Who lives out of St. James.
Yeah, we covered that a month ago.
Sir James.
Just confirming, we don't want to screw him up. So anyways, getting back to that D'Angelo, I was no saint. I got traded 3 or 4 times because I told the odd scout or one of our scouts to F off, right? So, but D'Angelo, this is his 3rd team in 4 years? So he's doing something that is pissing people off. Whether it's the Twitter or the Facebook or the Instagram or whatever the hell it is, he's, you look at that 86 locker room. I don't think we had one argument between any of us the 3 years that I was there. We never had an argument. We had a pretty good group of guys. So you got one guy that is a bit of a pain in the ass. Somebody's got to grab him and say something, right?
Well, like Dave touched on earlier, though, I think like the Rangers are a young team, right? They really don't have that leadership group that we just do that.
Like 13 years and he's an Adonis. Grab the kid by the or go for a beer or whatever you can do now in New York and try and settle him down. But it seems like at 25 or 26, that's when you're basically physically mature, correct?
Yeah.
So he should be aware of what the hell he's doing.
Yeah. I mean, again, we're only until you're in the room or around a group. Really, it's unfair to. unfair to because we don't know. We don't know. You hear things and stuff like that, but all of us have been in rooms. We know how sacred the room is, and I think for the Rangers too, it's been a mix of youth, different languages, and that now with free agency too. It's not like guys stay with the team a long time. They're like what Gresh was able to do.
That was because nobody wanted me.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, you get, now with free agency, so that a group never has really time to kind of get its own.
Well, that's what you're going by age stuff, right? You're going by age stuff. I mean, in '79, we went to the finals, Dave. I was the second oldest defenseman. I was 24.
Yeah.
And Vad was like 32 or whatever.
But we had, Walter, we had Sarge, we had Anders, we had Ulfie. We had a nice. There was a nice.
I didn't listen to those guys. We had our own little. Well, I mean, we listened to them. Not disrespectfully, but there was kind of like we were together for like 3 or 4 years at that time. Yeah. We knew longer, but other guys were in there mixed in. Mm-hmm. We just got along and team meetings and stuff like that, and everybody was there.
Yeah, and I still think that that's important. I think that you have to have.
And that was no different than the 80, 85, 86 team that Mel was there for, and Tom and everybody, myself. Yeah, I don't remember anybody. I remember it was amazing. We went to Philly to play. We all had a meal night before. Everybody got along. Nobody was, you had, Big Mac was there and Wilf Paymont, right? And who else was in that group? There was a bunch of guys in that group. Georgie McPhee, I think, was there. And everybody just got along. There was no step on anybody's toes. Everybody, I don't know, it was a nice little team, And then you go to the semifinals, and then they fire the GM. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me. It's like, that was how the Rangers were back then. 79, you go to the finals. Islanders trade two guys for one, and we traded 8 guys.
5 guys for one.
And then 80. Oh, we got rid of 8 guys that year. 8 guys off that team.
Right.
The next 81, we go to the Tom's first year because of Tom. We go to the semifinals.
Right.
And we
that's when that was Herbie's first year, right?
Herb comes in the next year.
Yeah. The year before, and we got rid of 7 or 8 guys that year. That was a good way to build a team.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Herb was he just wanted a whole different team, right? He didn't want he went to the semifinals. That wasn't Herb's team, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming. I'm just saying there's the Islanders they had a good team. They got Goring, and I think that he helped them a lot. But they had a pretty good nucleus of players before that. I mean, you got a guy that steps in there, Mike Bossy, scores 50 goals for 9 years in a row. I mean, that's damn near a good career for a lot of people in 1 year.
It's a good career for Mel and I.
I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying, if a guy can score 50 goals once in his career.
Well, the thing is that won't happen anymore, right? That just won't happen anymore.
No.
Because they can, because of the way the contracts work and free agency and, because the Islanders lost, 3? They lost to Toronto. They lost to us. Did they lose before when they should have won?
77, 78, and 79 they lost.
Yeah. So that.
He moved to get up again, but look at Ovechkin. I mean, I know he doesn't have 50 goals every year, but pretty close. Like everybody's always said, nobody's going to get Gretzky's goals record, but he's going to come close.
I think individual records. Yeah, if he plays, but it'd be putting a team together that went the Islanders went 19 consecutive playoff wins.
Yeah,
19.
Christ, everybody in their life wants to just go 4.
19 consecutive playoff rounds. That won't happen. I don't think unless they change. Unless the compensation, the way people are compensated, free agent, that's not going to change. It might come lower or whatever, but there'll still be a lot more movement. But
we've talked about this before too. There's certain guys we played with, like Bork and Gresh played 16. Dave, how many years did you play?
11.
11.
Yeah.
Guys that play like Ovechkin, it's like Brady, and we have to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl too, but you got guys like Ovechkin. He's a horse. He's 240 pounds.
Yeah.
Like the guy he can go forever. And the way he shoots the puck and the sticks and the way you got guys like that. He'll play for another 5, 6, 7 years. So he legitimately has a shot at Gretzky's goal record. And he's never been hurt, which is the same as Gretz. He never got hurt. Couldn't catch him, right? But Ovechkin plays. They told him to calm down a little bit and not do so much hitting, which the NHL is like the non-hitting league now, whether Tom thinks so or not. You touch a guy, you get suspended. But anyways, we won't get into that crap.
Yeah, no, you're right. Guys, he may finish back in Russia, but just because that's strong. But if I would agree. I mean, you guys, and why wouldn't you? If you love playing and you're going to pay you whatever he'll get moving forward.
Yeah. I don't think Ovechkin wants to leave the U.S.
He's tight with Putin.
Yeah, he's pretty tight with Putin over there. Although, what's going on over there now, who knows? But no, I just think that I think there could be individual records, broken over time. But that whole team thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to do it one day. I'd like to race Connor McDavid.
What, in a car?
Well, if I start at the blue line and have to get to the goal line, right? And he starts at the other goal line, has to go all the way around. I think I could nip him.
It's like Rare Russellana. Remember he came in training that one year?
Yeah.
No, he was awful. He was so fast that it was.
That's where he had to do those Herbies, right?
Oh,
Skating around 3 times, 45 seconds. Yeah.
He hit the red line, with 3 times within 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Somebody's questioning that the turtle might do better.
Yeah.
Well, it's true though. Okay. I'll start on the dot. I know I can get him then.
Oh, the goal he scored the other night was that Toronto? He started his own end and was just dead. Not only that, then he goes top, like the finish is
he doesn't
as spectacular as anything. Oh my God!
But I'm one thing I'm happy that they're going to the Olympics in 2022 or whatever it is, isn't it? Is that where they're going?
Yeah, 2022
next year.
Yeah.
I mean, they can put together a pretty good team, Canada and the States. It's going to be interesting.
Right.
A lot of good countries.
The States are going to have they got some young players.
And a guy like McDavid that could do that at that top speed. Like who do you Perreault maybe? Who do you compare him to? That has stick hand.
No,
not that.
I don't think so either.
Perreault did it a little bit, I mean,
he'd be like McDavid would be the next generation of a guy like Perreault or whoever along the way. He's trained his whole life. He's got all kinds of specialists. He's got a nutritionist that lives with him. He's got, I mean, these guys are Maseratis now or whatever higher end cars. Where
been at the pub,
it might have been a Porsche.
Our nutritionist was a bartender. Yeah.
Yeah. You either get hot chicken wings, mild or without sauce on. And the beer was cold, and you bump your head on the thing.
Well, how about our pregame meals? Like going back to junior, we'd have a steak, a baked potato, ice cream with chocolate sauce, a glass of milk, and go out and play.
And one chocolate too. It wasn't right there. And the steaks were. He had a steak that was already pretty small.
Yeah.
You'd sneak over to McDonald's and get a hamburger to fill you up, and lay back down on the bus and drive to wherever you're going to play. Oh my God!
Yeah,
David, you going to 2:45?
Yeah, I got to head in. We still have to go through the COVID thing, but now that it's running smoothly, I don't have to be in there by 3:30. I have to be in there by 4:30. So I'm gonna have to sign off, you guys.
David, I apologize. I think Larry was really just wasn't prepared at all today, so I hope that didn't.
station what station-
Listen, I gotta respect the guy. He's got a lot. Like I'm sure in that trading room he's got there, he's probably got 5 screens going. He's got the laptop. He's got his. I'm telling you, the guy. It's another. Now I understand how all you rich guys are rich. The rich just get richer. That's
Mel's got 6 screens. I won't tell you what the 6th one is. And anyway, what station are you on, Dave?
I think we're on ESPN tonight, 98.7.
All right. Good luck, Dave.
All right, guys. Thanks. Pleasure. Very good. All right.
Okay, man.
All right, Mel.
Yeah. Sir James.
Yeah.
Uh,
What are we doing with Sir James?
Sir James Patrick. I got to get back to you.
Here's my question with James. So he told us that he put the floor down in his house. Is that correct?
Well, I wouldn't put it up on top. I mean, it'd be stupid to put it on the ceiling.
Well, that's a term we use in the building industry, Ron, to mean that he installed the floor.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Do we buy that? Do we think he really did that?
No.
I got to take a timeout. Sorry.
I don't buy it either.
No, I don't buy Mel taking the time out. I believe James could do that. James is he's a smart guy. He went to college, man.
But I mean, I think it's beneath. He feels like it's beneath him, like getting down on his knees and getting his hands dirty and stuff like that.
Oh, he has a cabin somewhere there too, somewhere.
Yeah, but it's fully staffed, isn't it? Doesn't he have a staff?
Well, he could have that. I mean, that's not for me to say, but
right.
He are they starting? Is Junior starting up there?
Didn't he say? No, they didn't know the date yet. They were going to play a 24-game schedule or something, but they didn't know the date.
Anyway, I want to send a little hello out to my mom and to my sister, who's doing really well now.
What's your mother's first name?
Mrs. Greshner.
Mrs. Greshner, how are you doing?
No, Gazella.
Yeah, nice.
Gazella.
And your sister's name is Linda, right?
Linda, yes. I was at a gambling place one time, Tom. So she had get these cards with your name on it, right?
Right. So
I'm sitting at the table. I give the guy the card, and the guy looks at me and he goes, "You don't look like you're a Gazelle." I says, "I'm from I'm from southern Germany." And the guy's looking at, because you're not supposed to hand your cards to everybody.
Gotcha.
So he points in the restaurant, shit like that. Anyway, it was pretty funny. You had to be there.
No, I liked it. It was good. I'll be laughing later on. Like it'll be one of those ones like later on in the day. I'll be laughing.
Yeah, later on. It's kind of like one of those. But no, because my sister's doing really good. She went through some trying times, and she's all back, and she's good. And my brother-in-law Don, who's a rock.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Like
Jeep said that he was good at renovations. He could do, like, he did flooring, and I think he said he renovated his house. His bathroom is 1,500 square feet. Remember he said that? But also, I was on the internet, of course, and it doesn't lie. Did you know that Sir James boxed in the summertime with a Canadian boxer by the name of Donnie Lalonde?
Yes.
Yeah. Golden Boy out of Winnipeg.
Long time.
Yeah, there's a statue of Donnie Lalonde in Winnipeg called the Golden Boy. So maybe we say Sir James Golden Boy Patrick.
I like it. Very good.
Yeah. So did he beat Donnie in boxing, or did he they will call him, did he get the silver? No, give him silver, gold, silver, Golden Boy.
I think it was boxing.
It was boxing.
So, Ron, we could do more with our names because, like, Mel's got Herb, Mel, Bud, Coatface, and then we got
mine around to Nor.
What's that?
I can change my name to Nor.
But we don't want
Nor.
Orn.
Nor.
You mean Norm, because you had a place at the pub every day.
What's that?
Norm from Cheers, because he had the same chair from the pub that Ron went to every day. Call you Norm.
I liked that. That was a good show one time. I'd watch that.
Very good.
How about MASH? You guys watch MASH?
Yeah, another good one.
But I still like 2.5 Men the best.
That's good.
Well, I don't know. Do you know DB Sweeney?
Yes.
He's he did a couple good movies, good shows. I've known DB for 30-some years, but anyway, he's in that show, and it's what's the guy that Jeff Jeff. He called the buddy that he became friends with him. They called him Jeff. Somebody I can't remember now.
Jeff.
And he's on that show, and they're both after the same girl in 2.5 Men. Jeff Strongman.
Oh, Strongman. Yeah.
Jeff Strongman.
Yeah.
So he's buddy. His name is Larry, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good, DB.
Yeah.
But I love that show. I watch it. Well, I shouldn't say every day, but I watch it as much as I can.
Remember we used to watch All My Children? Did you watch All My Children, Gresh?
I do. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah.
But I watched it when the two of them got married back in the 60s or 70s or 80s, whatever it was. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
The two, they were like, that was like the highest rated show on TV at one time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mel's kind of like got his own little soap opera going on there.
I watched. I know where you're going to take this one too, Tom. But I'm truthful. So I used to watch The Young and Restless, and when I got to Vancouver, Robin Wiss, who runs our alumni, does a lot of the back, scene thing. So he sends me an email, Larry, you want to go to an afternoon tea at the Hotel Victoria with The Young and Restless. I said, 100%, I'll take my wife and we'll go. So I got autographs from the whole cast of The Young and Restless. I think we did it about 3 or 4 times. So and I still watch it to this day. That's like 30 some years.
You're an NHL player and you got autographs from somebody in Young and Restless. Shouldn't they got your autograph?
They didn't care. But everybody in the NHL watched a soap opera of some sort.
Yes.
So remember Ryan's Hope?
Yep.
I did that in 1978.
That's right. Yeah.
I did one episode. And
what'd you play? Bartender?
No, I went in to meet one of the girls on the show and hang out at the bar and at the tavern. Well, I felt at home. Everything I've ever.
Did you play yourself?
Yeah. I think I played myself in that one.
Oh, here's a sad statement here. I didn't know this. Oh, 2013. Huh?
Who was the famous one on that?
Susan Lucci.
Yeah. I met her a bunch of times. She was really nice. Nice lady. But I like soap operas. I watched them. I had a little alcohol problem back in the 70s, so I used to watch soap operas instead of going to the bar.
Well, you didn't have a hard time with.
Well, it was like after my second year, I decided whether I wanted to play hockey or drink. So
Okay, so here we go. George here says he met you on Ryan's Hope. He was a stagehand.
Oh. What year was that, George? I was like 78 or 79, right? I think.
Find out if you were nice to George.
What's that?
Find out if you were nice to George or not.
They were nice to me. The people were nice. They were like.
Find out if you were nice to them.
Of course I would. I'm nice to everybody. I got no reason to be mean to anybody.
So, Mel, anything else going on? Like you sound like you've been pretty busy with the stock market, right?
Very busy. That stock that I just told you about started at 51 cents, just traded up to 59. So that's a good run for a day for some of my stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Well, buy me and Tom's some stock at 10 cents. And then when it gets to $100, sell it.
I could do that.
$1 to $1, I mean.
We're not allowed to have U.S. clients. You have to take your Series 7 and all that. They disbanded us from having U.S. clients years ago. So basically, I'm a 3 licensed broker.
What does Herb think about Victoria wanting Billy now that she can't have him? Is that your show, your Ryan's Hope or whatever?
That's Young and Restless. I thought Billy was Victoria's brother.
Oh.
Oh.
So I must have missed something there.
Where's that show shot?
That wouldn't be good.
All right, so let's talk Super Bowl. Gresh, who you got winning?
Well, I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. I want Brady to win, then maybe Well, maybe he'll ride off into the sunset because I think it's enough of him being there for 10 out of the last 21 years.
And what's the score going to be, Gresh?
I think it's going to be a high score. I'm picking like 38-35.
Mel?
38-35. Tampa.
Herb, what do you got?
I'm a huge New England Patriots fan, have been since I played in Boston.
They're not playing.
I know. That's good. But now, because Brady's on Tampa, I'd like to see him win it, but I think Kansas City will win it I think it'll be a tight right down to the last play, the last few minutes. So I'm going to say KC, I'd say 35-27.
See, I think Kansas City's going to blow them out. I think Kansas City's going to win 42-21.
Wow. So you're going to bet the over? What's the over under? 56, I think?
56.
Holy,
Yeah.
that's
Somebody in my family bet tails for the coin toss,
Oh,
and $50 and $100 to that KC's going to score first. Those are the best odds you can get. I mean, that's 50-50.
so I'm going to take heads with a coin toss then. Heads.
You taking heads?
I'll take tails.
Okay.
Yes.
There's no third one, so I can't take one.
Yeah, you can. Come on.
You can be the tiebreaker.
No, I hope it goes tails so my son wins that.
Okay. So I'm the only one with heads. You two guys got tails. Okay.
And
What will he win on $50?
50-50. It's a one-up straight up shot.
Oh, okay.
If you win, I think it's just a straight up, but you take the vig out of there, you win like $40 or $43.
Right.
And who's going to be the MVP of the game?
MVP,
Mahomes.
well, whichever team wins, the quarterback will be MVP.
Okay. If it's not the quarterbacks, then who?
I'm going to go Kelsey for Kansas City.
Oh, I'm going to go that defensive guy for Tampa. Number, I think it was 32 or something like that. He made all his interceptions a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, I think what's going to happen is, wouldn't it be very sad though, like tomorrow, right? Or Saturday, that either team, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 guys get COVID, can't play.
They had a little scare there at Kansas City, I think it was.
They're not over it yet. They're not over it yet.
They went to the barber, right?
Yeah.
And,
Two guys.
yeah, but they're not over it yet because they were. That's what I'm saying. It's not. Nobody's brought it out in the open, but you got Saturday. You'll know, because I think if they do, they should postpone the game for 2 weeks.
I don't know.
Or whatever. I
I
mean,
don't
say you're Tampa, or say you're.
One sec, Gresh, 1 sec. We're closing in on the 58-minute mark, so that's going to be the end of our radio portion of this. We're going to continue on, but if viewers or listeners want to follow it on radio.co at 365 Sports, you can do that. So sorry, Gresh, already interrupted. What'd you say?
I said it would make it very. I just don't think it would be right if you were, you got 53 guys, whatever, on the team, and you got 20 guys with COVID or whatever the number would be. Just to postpone it. You want to have a good game. I mean, that's the whole thing. You don't want to have.
In with the TV, though, right? I mean,
So with the TV, you can turn the TV on a week later and watch it too. I mean,
I think there's a little bit more issues, though, right? I mean, scheduling and.
Everything is scheduled around Super Bowl, so that's not like, it's not like the last game that we all played in our life. But I mean, I just think that's could be a scary thing. I mean, look what's happening in the NHL right now.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they got, I don't know how many guys was it the Devils, I guess, or whatever, had, multiple guys have COVID, and where do you go from that?
Well, I think they kind of predicted that's going to happen, right? So,
yeah,
that's why they left some open dates for scheduling and all that kind of stuff, and that's why they have the taxi squads. But
I mean, you got who got Minnesota? No, Arizona had some guys. Whoever was played against Colorado, right?
Yeah.
And then Colorado played another team after that, whichever way it went. I mean, like my daughter has had COVID.
Mhm.
We and well, how many days now? 12 days ago, and so she's been in isolation, whatever you call it, and they don't even let you go for a test after you've been in isolation for 10, 12 days or 2 weeks, whatever it is, to see whether you don't have it because you have it.
Right.
The antibodies, right?
Here's
So
an update on your show here. So this George may be drinking today or something. I'm not sure. Gresh, you were a complete gentleman when you came on Ryan's Hope.
thank you.
George, you okay?
Thanks, George. Have another drink have a cocktail for me, my friend.
Yeah, Ron, he didn't answer the question. He's not listening either. What year was that, George?
78 or 79. I think it was
79. Somebody said it was 79 already. Yeah.
78 or 79. I don't remember. I remember there was a what was his name? Steve. Steve. Remember from Ornette, Steve Ornstein?
Yep.
He lived down the street from me on 86th Street, and so he was a little bit older than I was, and so he was into acting and that, so he kind of helped me a little bit. He was like my acting coach.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, he was a great guy. Ornette. Yeah.
Sorry, George. We apologize for that. George hasn't had a drink in 20 years. Good job by you.
Okay, George, that's fine. I've had a couple for you in those 20 years then.
Hey, just on what I've talked to a couple of my buddies that had COVID, and some of them were just minor. Have there been any results from some of the hockey players or football players or basketball guys as to how intense their symptoms were? Or Ron, your daughter, how bad was it?
She just wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
And it's strange because she's fine now. She was like just tired for a couple of days.
James Patrick said as proof that he was putting the floor down.
Yeah, well, he can get that from anywhere.
That's true. You're right, Gresh. Good point there. Photoshop.
Yeah.
What year was that? It looks
Yeah.
like he's doing it right now.
Yeah, 2022. Poor G. Anyway, I got my light thing now, so I can turn lights off and on.
So light switch?
Oh no, this is like a little thing like this, so the lights all over the place. The house, I got them. Bang, they go on. Bang, they go off. Bang, they go on. It's like I buy these toys now. It's like the highlight of my day. Sucks. Anyway,
Right.
that's what it is.
So, all right. So Mel, you get Tampa, right? Or Kansas City?
I took Kansas City.
That's right. And we already discussed this last week, right? You having a little party at your house? A little Super Bowl party?
Trying to figure that out. Like we used to go. There's a little chain, a restaurant called Earl's. We used to, where my son had a job, so we used to reserve the front bar. There was about 10 seats, and we'd sit right at the bar. And obviously, we can't do that now. So either it's going to be at my house with I think 3 or 4 guys, my son, one of his buddies, and a couple of my buddies, or we're going to go to my neighbor's house. He's got a little bigger TV, but they're just saying don't mix up with anybody. Stay in your own house. Stay with your family. Cut up the garlic sausage and the cheese and eat it at home. So
I saw where they said that if you're at somebody's house and you're watching the game, you don't cheer.
yeah.
That's right.
Okay, don't cheer. Okay.
And wasn't it on New Year's Eve you weren't supposed to dance too?
Oh yeah.
Are you a dancer, Mel? You dance?
No freaking way. No, I got 3 left feet. Couldn't skate. I couldn't skate. How the hell am I supposed to dance?
Yeah, when you can skate better than you can dance for sure.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Gresh, what are you doing for Super Bowl? Are you just hanging out there?
I have no idea. I was talking to my sons, but they're they got things to do. They're busy. They're busy guys.
Yeah, at that age, sir.
They got buddies. They go like, Dad, I go, listen to me. You think like it's fine. Go hang out with your friends. Like, don't worry about me. Like this, I'm good with it all. I don't listen to me.
Maybe I'll bring you over a chicken wing or something like that.
I might make some spare ribs, Tom.
Okay.
sauerkraut, spare ribs.
My son and his wife are coming over, so we'll be eating. They wanted turkey. What am I making? Turkey hamburgers and chicken wings. So,
yeah, okay. Well, that's many days away from now yet.
we got a plan though.
Yeah, you got to prepare. Tom's got me like I really enjoy. I'm going to get up Sunday morning. Like you're up early, I'm up early. I'm going to make a nice hot crab dip, a shrimp ring, garlic sausage, a cheese. Get the alcohol ready, and you might want to start at noon, 3 hours before, and get yourself ready. Right, prime it up.
See, that is the problem here when the game starts at like 6:30.
Yeah.
So noon comes around here, you start a couple of Bloody Marys, whatever.
Yeah. Well, Tom, just don't order any shrimp in. Don't order a bunch of shrimp and beer like 40 years ago.
We'll tell you that,
Tom, it's 40 years ago right now, too.
Is that what it was? 40 years ago?
Yeah, it was your first year, 81.
So we'd been in Vancouver the night before, right? And we kind of got overserved.
Yeah.
And then we flew down to San Diego. I think we had a couple of days off or something for the Super Bowl. So
Newport Beach, I think we're at.
So we went to the room, figured we'd just pound some beers, like 24 of them, right? And shrimp cocktails.
Yeah, shrimp cocktail, crab meat cocktail. The whole
woke up and they handed out the Super Bowl.
the Super Bowl, and the beer, everything was melted.
Yeah, I remember because the water's dripping off the cart because it's leaking.
Oh,
funny.
Good.
Funny stuff.
Yeah. All right,
guys. So, Mel, hopefully the market dies down because I mean this is a total compliment to you. Like we really enjoy you participating, and you really didn't participate much today. So
that's 2 weeks in a row now.
Well, and I think it's got worse this week.
Well, nobody had hold it. He did bring in the 1,900 miles.
Well, he admitted he made that up though.
No, that's all true.
Everything I'm telling you guys is fact.
Yeah.
The breeding on the fly was something that I thought was intriguing, and you said that wasn't true.
Well, the only reason I was bringing up the thing about jumping because somebody told me the only animal that can't jump is a elephant. But I think, how can a turtle jump?
Maybe it's one of those things that a turtle really isn't an elephant. Maybe some kind of different.
Only
Turtle.
animal. Maybe that's not an animal.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, guys.
Okay.
It's been great to see you.
Yeah, it's been a real slice.
Yeah. Oh, Gresh, hold on. Our parting gifts. Hold on.
Oh.
In honor of Herb Melnick.
I want to get mine flashing. There we go.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, somebody as a gift sent me one of those hydroponic things, where you grow your own herbs. Actually, when I got the thing, it was Friday after we did our show, and they sent me 2 packages. One was the package of the seeds of the herbs, and then there's the actual machine. And I'm thinking, because I just kept calling you Herb the whole time, I'm thinking, is somebody sending me this gift?
Next week, ask me why they call me Jerry. But it's kind of a slag on somebody that everybody knows. So, but anyway.
All right.
Jerry Lewis?
Yeah, exactly. Jerry.
All right, guys. Everybody have fun at Super Bowl. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Wash your hands.
Whose birthday was, well, not birthday, but who passed away back in the Buddy Holly. Sad day. I loved his music.
Okay. All right. We're saying goodbye.
See you guys.
Hey, guys.
It's a pleasure.